All right. I think I got everything here. For a minute there, I was wondering, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. But of course I am. I'm supposed to be here, and so are you. All right. Let me just make sure that my Zoom is a zooming, and it looks like it's a zooming on Facebook. So we're good. So welcome, and welcome to day 8 of how Reiki changed my life. My name is Allison Rozelle. I am the spiritual liberation coach. I am also a Usui Reiki master healer and instructor. I am the founder and priestess of the Sacred Pathway Academy, LLC. I'm so proud of that LLC that I got. Um, So, yeah, and I'm also the host and creator of the Sacred Pathway to Liberated Black Womanhood podcast that you can find on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, Google, and Amazon. Yeah, it's it's amazing. When I sit and think about those hats that I wear, I'm like, wow, I'm doing all that? Really? Hello, Goddess Charmaine. She's in the house. So happy to see you here. Uh, we are on day 8, y'all. Day 8. And yesterday was no joke. I felt so bad. I was trying to hurry up and get off that video. So, but it's funny. I didn't feel well yesterday, but when I was doing the video, I was okay. But I was starting to feel a little nauseated getting towards the end. So I'm glad that it came to its own natural end so that way I could take care of myself. But I feel so much better today than I did yesterday. So, all right. So before we plunge on into the deep end of this conversation tonight, let's do some breathing. Because, I mean, it is Monday, and for some of us, it's been a Monday. So let's just go on and breathe this thing right on out so that we can get grounded and concentrate on the message ahead. So if you can, wherever you are, get comfortable. If you're able to close your eyes, I would encourage you to do so. But if you're not in a position where you can close your eyes, please don't do it. Like if you're driving or operating some type of machinery or something like that, please do not close your eyes. You just watch the replay to do some breathing. Don't even try to do it right now to relax yourself that much. 'Cause I don't want you to, you know, have an accident of any kind. But for those who are in a good place where you can do it, then let's do it. So close your eyes, and I want you to get focused in on your breath. Just concentrate on your breath. Feel the natural rhythm of your breath in your body. And now that you're focusing on your breath, I want to invite you to just do a quick scan over your body. Go from the top of your head to the soles of your feet and just check in with every part, every chakra, every joint, every muscle, everywhere, and see where are you carrying any tension, any stress, or just maybe you just need a little bit more love. Whatever the case may be, as we take our deep breaths, we send love and healing to that part of our body. So just feel your breath flowing in its natural rhythm. Feel the breath working in harmony with your heartbeat. Two very powerful things happening in your body right now, on top of the other powerful things. These two things, when we sit and concentrate on them, we notice that it's a beautiful thing that we actually have no control over, that just happened without us even thinking about it. So for that, we give thanks that we have the ability to breathe and to feel our heartbeat within our bodies. Now take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Deep inhale through the nose and exhale through your mouth. Feel your shoulders starting to come down, your body starting to relax a little bit. One more deep inhale through the nose. And I want you to exhale out with sound. All right. Now let's get this party started. All right. So, all right. So, hello, Miss Christine on Facebook. I see like the one comment is let me see. So funny. So funny. Technology is so funny. Give thanks. So, oh, we are on day 8, y'all. Day 8. So, what a journey this has been on me talking about how Reiki changed my life. And if you missed any of them, don't worry. You can always go to my IGTV. You can go to Facebook. You can look on YouTube. And I also have the audio versions up there. Good Lord. Uploaded onto my podcast platform. So that way, if you're listening to it on the go, you can just go and do that. Okay. And I gotta say, man, y'all are listening to it on the podcast. I've been looking at the stats and I'm like, wow, people are really listening to this. This is awesome. I got people in Belgium listening to it. In what was the other country that I saw? Oh, I had like 2 people in Turkey listening to it. I'm like, wow, all right. So I was just really psyched about that. I celebrate the little things because it's not that little to me. It's everything to me. So, all right. So we're gonna just recap of what I have been talking about and sharing about how Reiki has changed my life. On day 1, we talked about what is Reiki. And I talked about how it is the life force energy. It is the ability to use the life force energy from God, source, spirit, the creator, however you address um, the entity. Um, it is using that life force energy that we draw from the divine to guide that energy through the body of either or whomever we are giving the Reiki attunement to. And then I also talked about how I got introduced to it. I had a friend of mine, she was going through a program and she decided that, well, she didn't decide, I guess she just recruited me to do this particular energy healing. And that was kind of my introduction to Reiki. And so her introducing me in that way really just got me fascinated, honestly. And I was like, okay, I really want to do this. And then again, I talked about how my spiritual business coach talked about her sister who was in Reiki, and then a couple other women who were in the program with me. They were also in Reiki. So, I was like, okay, I got to do research on this thing, and I need to get myself in this because this is just awesome. So I talked all about that on day one. And day two, talked about what Reiki is not. I had to break down some of those myths and misconceptions about it. I've heard so many, and read things and everything else. And most of the time, um, it just comes from a place of ignorance, and the fact that one thing that I just don't like is willful ignorance. Is the fact that the information is out there. Whether you get it from me, whether you Google it, whether you consult with another Reiki healer or whatever, the information is out there. But people who choose to not understand it because they hear something and they feel like it's a sin or it's devil worship or whatever crazy crap they want to make it, that's what they do. And it's like, okay, if you would just open your mind just a little bit, you may figure out and find out that this is actually something a little more sacred, which it is. Because to me, if I'm using the life force energy that comes from God, that you say that you believe in, to allow myself to be the vessel to help guide this energy through another person's body to give them some kind of relief, to intro them or usher them into a beginning point of healing, of receiving healing. What's wrong with that? So that's something that I just ignorance. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I won't do it. I don't put up with it. If somebody is talking all that crap around me, I just either politely excuse myself from the conversation, or if I'm feeling very in myself right now or in my feelings, I'll just go ahead and just say them flat with facts and then I walk away. Because yeah, I don't do the whole ignorance thing well. That's kind of like I remember here in Atlanta, I think it was, and whatever school this was, um, they were upset because someone was going to come there and teach the children yoga. Come again? They were upset because they didn't want their children to learn yoga because they felt like yoga would be a gateway to them not, I don't know, worshiping Jesus or something. I don't know. But I thought that was the craziest thing. And I was like, okay, so the reason why, if I'm not mistaken, that this person was coming to even introduce these children to yoga was twofold. Number one, health and wellness, which the second one kind of falls under that too. But they were celebrating and talking about health and wellness, being active. Because the big thing at that point, that time, they had this promotion of, we got to get the kids active again. We got to get them more aware of their health and so on and so forth. So the second part was this person understood that for your mental and emotional well-being, yoga can be a very effective practice. So they were coming to teach the children about yoga as well for the mental and emotional part that yoga can assist these children with. And people's willful ignorance kept them from allowing this person to come and teach those children yoga. And I thought when I first read that, that was the dumbest thing that I had ever heard. I was like, I wish that person would go to my kid's school. I've been trying to teach him yoga for the longest. Now he does it as an adult, but yeah. So number two, I was talking about what Reiki is not. It's not affiliated to any particular religion, so it has nothing to do with a religious belief whatsoever. Whatsoever. I feel myself because I get real upset when people start talking ignorant. I don't like it. I don't like it. Because if you're going to talk about something, at least know what you're talking about. And if you don't know what you're talking about, you shut it up. That's just the way I feel about it. If you don't know what you're talking about, then do us all a favor and just shut it. And so day 3 is when I started talking about how Reiki has helped me with my anxiety and how it helps me with being able to cope whenever I feel myself being really anxious and getting anxious. When I feel myself on the verge of a panic attack, I know what to do to get myself calm, to kind of bring myself down. I'll just do like my Reiki to get my hands ready to do it. And that immediately starts to calm me down. And then I start doing visualization and I think about, you know, my principles and, I'll start putting those things into action and it starts to slowly just start to calm me down. And what I was talking about is how Reiki just makes you very aware. It makes you very aware of your current, like it puts you in the now, right? So a lot of times we get very focused on like the past or worried about the future and everything else. So I'm looking at the principles or the things that I said. It forces you to be still. It forces you to focus and to focus mostly on your breath. Because when I give a session, that's what we're doing. We're focusing on your breath. It forces you to be present and in the moment, and it puts you in the position of surrender. Ooh, that's a big one because you have to surrender to the process in order for it to truly be effective for you. Because if you don't, then it's moot. It's moot. It's basically you surrendering the need to control the outcome of whatever the situation is and understanding that you're not in control. You're not. And it also connects you to your higher power. Excuse me, y'all. Let me take a sip of water. Told y'all my allergies have been wreaking havoc on my body. Pollen. I'm ready for it to go. God bless you, Mother Earth, and all the things that are pollinating and growing and everything else. But right now, I'm going to need this pollen to go on and get up out of here because it is driving me crazy. It is driving me crazy. Ugh. But enough about that. Then I talked about how Reiki ka- helps you sleep, how it helps me sleep at night when I give myself an attunement and I go to bed. Oh my God, that's some of the best sleep that I get. Um, Even when I got my attunement from my sensei, from my instructor, that night, my sleep was really, really good. When I first got introduced to Reiki that night, my sleep was really, really good. I slept not hard, but very comfortably, and I didn't wake up as much, excuse me, as I normally would have at that point. And which is weird now that I think about it, because that was when I was really starting to battle with my fibroids that I had. And my fibroids, Reiki didn't help me with my fibroids, but this is just a side note. And this is just to tell you how powerful an energy healing can be for you. What I found out later is my fibroids were the cause of me having to get up and go to the bathroom so much at night, because they were so many, and they were sitting on my bladder like I was carrying a baby. So that made me go to the bathroom. So the reason why that's relevant is because normally I would get up like 2, 3 times to go to the bathroom. Whereas that night, on both when I first got my very first Reiki healing session, and then my second one from the attunement from my instructor, I think I got up once in the night, and that's it, instead of multiple times. I was able to sleep and hold my bladder, surprisingly, to get up. Um, so yeah, it's powerful. It helps you sleep. It relaxes your body. It relaxes your mind. It takes the tension and just kind of like disperses it out of your body. Um, because a lot of the tension that we hold is less physical and more emotional and mental. It's like we're holding on to things, and again, it comes down to surrendering, because we think that we're in control and we're not. We think we can control the outcome that we can't control. We think we can control people and the way they are, the way they act, and everything else, but you can't do it. So it stresses us out and it pisses us off, and it tension just gets us like that. So Reiki goes through in there. It's like, calm down. Let's calm down. Let's breathe. Let me pull that out of there so you can just get that out of your shoulder. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yep, yep, yep. Let me get that out of there. Let me get the other one. Okay, good, good. We pulled it out of there. That's what Reiki does. So then we also talked about how Reiki helps me connect with God and my ancestors. Now, for me, that was huge, because I was one of those people where I wanted to be sure that the messages I was getting were, in fact, from God and or my ancestors. And one thing about taking up doing this practice, the clarity that you get, the energy clearing that comes from doing Reiki allows you to open yourself up and be able to quiet the noise so that you can hear. And that's what it did for me. But then again, we're also talking about chakra balancing and clearing, which aids in the being able to hear from God and the ancestors. So we talked about chakra balancing and clearing, how your chakras love Reiki. And chakra healing is the main, I say, the main function of doing an energy healing because you want to get into those chakras and you want to polish them up and pull all the gunk out so that they can turn and illuminate brightly from yourself or from your attunee. So that's what you want. And then lastly, which was yesterday, I was just pretty much asking, what are you waiting for? We read an excerpt from Acts of Faith, one of my favorite devotional books, um, to ask, what are you waiting for? Threw it on my bed because, like, I need to read because I didn't read today. So, yeah, I wanted to know, what are you waiting for? What is it that is holding you back from saying yes to yourself? Which didn't have anything to do with Reiki, but in a way it did because if I hadn't said yes to myself, I wouldn't be doing this. So that brings me to tonight. I have some questions for you. Are you ready for Reiki to change your life? Are you ready to sleep better or to help others sleep better? Are you ready to ease your tension, your stress, your anxiety, your panic attacks, and do the same for other people? Are you ready to deepen your connection and relationship with God's spirit, goddess, whatever name you call, to deepen your relationship with your ancestors, your spirit guides, your whole spiritual team? Are you ready to learn how to balance and heal your chakras and your attunees or clients' chakras? Are you ready to begin your journey, your story, so that it's you on a video explaining, just like I'm explaining, how Reiki changed your life? How all of this, you took a chance and you said yes to yourself, and you were like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I've been wanting to do it, and I took a chance on myself, and now I couldn't be happier with my life because now I'm standing in the power that I've always had, doing what I've always wanted to do, or doing what I never thought I always wanted to do. Because I didn't really think of this when I was a little girl. I didn't know anything about this. The only thing I knew was, and I don't know if she was a little girl when this movie came out. I think I was like maybe a tween when it came out. When Little Orphan Annie, the movie with my girl Carol Burnett. I love Carol Burnett. As Mrs. Hannigan, love her as Mrs. Hannigan. Love it. And when on there, the guy that played Punjab gave Daddy Warbucks what I can assume now that I know was Reiki, because the music played and he just moved his hands over his leg because he like hurt his leg. I think Annie accidentally kicked him or something. I don't remember. But he did his hands like this, and that eased the pain of Daddy Warbucks. And I remember when I first saw that, I was like, wow, that's cool. I wish I knew how to do that. Wouldn't it be cool if you could really do that? Not knowing that in a way, yeah, you can. So I never thought that this would be something that I would be doing for a living. I never dreamed that this would be part of the plan of what I was doing, of what I'm doing now. So yeah, you have the opportunity to write this part of your story. So if you want to do that, then I would suggest that you let your fingers do the walking, as they used to say back in the day. Again, I'm aging myself, but those who are in my age range or older, you know what I'm talking about when I say let your fingers do the walking. And go ahead and go to the link in my bio and go ahead and get yourself signed up. I've just added a payment plan. So now you really don't have any excuses. If money was the issue, then baby, I just made it easy for you. So go ahead and get yourself signed up so we can start class on the 17th. Our first live is the 18th, and it just made me dance because I am so excited. I cannot wait. I got some great information to share with you because I feel so passionately about this, y'all. It's not just Reiki that I'm teaching you. That's the main thing. But I'm also giving you the benefit of my coaching. I want to help you on this journey because let's be honest, anytime we endeavor to start anything new, that's when the inner bully starts showing up and starts questioning you. Why are you doing this? This doesn't make sense. This is not something that you do. Nobody's going to want to do this with you. Your inner bully's going to show up. Those mindsets, those old, paradigms and things are going to pop up. So I'm there to help you when those things start to pop up because I want to help you understand that that's part of this journey. But you have a choice to continue or quit. And I'm not going to let you quit because it's so fulfilling once you get this done. I promise you, it is. So I'm there for the support, for teaching you this practice, and giving you up the follow up because you get the certification, and then shortly thereafter the certification, haven't decided the timeline that I want to do this yet because I want to make sure basically that everyone has had time to go through and complete everything. Um, but we're going to have a follow up because we're going to talk about you setting up your Reiki practice. We're also going to do, because that's going to be a workshop. Then we're going to have another workshop where we're going to just go through and maybe do a little more in depth of distance attuning since now we're in the age and era of COVID. I'm getting a lot more people who don't live in Georgia who are hitting me up. So, yeah, distance, let's do it. So, yeah, I've got those things lined up, and I may even add a third workshop. I don't know. We'll see once we get started what's needed and what everyone seems to, need. But that's how I roll. That's how I want to do this. I want to give more than what's expected because you deserve that. You deserve that. So I want to pull a card because this is full moon. Hello. We are all up in the divine feminine energy right now. So we're going to pull a one manifesting fertility goddess card, and then I'm going to announce my winners. Okay, so cards are stuck in the box. And while I shuffle, does anybody have any questions or anything they want to share? I'm looking at Facebook, Instagram, if y'all are wondering what I'm doing. And Facebook too, since the camera is right there. I'm looking at Facebook. All right, I'm looking over here on Facebook, and Christine said, I am saying yes to myself. Yes, I love it. Ooh, how beautiful, how feminine. Venus, goddess Venus, creativity. And the affirmation says, I am a creative genius and I co create with the divine. Yes, you do. I am a creative genius and I co create with the divine. Somebody ought to affirm that I am a creative genius and I co create with the divine. Flex your creativity. That is very sacral chakra, very feminine. I'm getting tingles in my body right now because I'm thinking about that full moon magic. It is a pink moon. How feminine. Oh my God. Ladies, tap on in tonight. Yes. And fellas too. Y'all need to tap in as well. So, okay. So the drawing is for a 30-minute session with me, and you can choose between a 3-card reading or a Reiki energy healing. So, winner number one, Christine Taylor. Woo! Congratulations, Christine. So you just let me know. You can hit me up in my inbox and let me know which one you're choosing. Winner number two. And I kind of feel some type of way because I know her. I know her Instagram, but her first name is kind of hard for me to say, so I'm just gonna hit her up. But I'm gonna say her name is Ishala. Um, she's also the winner. She's not here in the room right now, but I'm gonna hit her up and let her know that she's just won. um, and she has like, I wish I could just think of her Instagram. You know what? Let me see if I can look it up on the thing. If I could think of it, I will refer y'all to follow her because she's got some really great stuff. She's an influencer, um, and she's all about wellness as well. And I enjoy um, watching her information, her videos, her stories. Yeah, it's Deshakila. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but nevertheless, you won, boo. You can correct me on the pronunciation of your name when I hit you up in your inbox. So, all right. So we got our recap done. We have asked ourselves if we are ready, and I know that you are. So many of you have reached out to me, and I know that doing stuff like this, making that decision to step out on faith, to step out and take a chance and decide that this is the moment, this is what I'm going to do, it's not easy. And I definitely don't want to minimize it and act like it's just the easy, like, oh, yeah, let's go do it. No, it's not. It's not because our minds start messing with us, right? And sometimes it's easier for us to make a decision to buy a new purse or some shoes or, hit up DoorDash instead of cooking. I might just be talking about me right now. Um, yeah, sometimes those decisions are easier than making an actual investment in ourselves. But let me just say, as a person who has and still continues to invest in myself. I do not regret not once doing it, not a one. Even when I purchased something that once I got it, I was like, yeah, I don't think this is for me. And then usually what ends up happening is it's not that it's not for me, it's just the not right now. But at least I got it. So when that time comes, I can pick it up again. But I've never, ever regretted not. I've never regretted um, investing in myself. I've always regretted not taking a chance when I know I had the opportunity. Sometimes I've had things where it's like God just took something and was just like, here, here, and put it right in front of me. And I still looked at it and was like, I don't know though. I don't know. So I get it. I get it. All right, y'all. I think that'll do it for day 8. I am so, uh, my heart is so full from doing this. Before I forget though, next month we're starting a new season with the podcast. And I'm already, if you're still watching God is Charmaine, don't be surprised if I don't invite you because I'm gonna invite you to talk on the podcast. If you're not following look.feel.do, which is my girl Charmaine, you need to be following her. She is a very talented yogini and her content is powerful. Her membership, her programs, everything that she has to offer is just super beautiful. She's this beautiful goddess who's just so full of life and just wants to just give you the very best that she has, and I know that she will and she does. So follow her and yeah. So yeah, the podcast, we're gonna be doing that. New season of the podcast. Going to be you're welcome. Um Having some great interviews, but this is what the podcast season is going to be about. It's time for us as healers, as coaches, to really start telling our stories because our stories matter. We have to let people know this is why I do what I do. This is how I got here. And I promise that I'm going to be sharing my stories, the good, the bad, and the damn near. Ah! But I promise I'm going to share them. I want to share them because I need you to know that I am who I am, and I am who I am because of my experiences. And in spite of the things that was supposed to bring me down, or in my mind, supposed to bring me down, I'm still here. I'm still here. I made it past it. I made it through it. I overcame. I learned a lesson. Hallelujah. This is me. So yeah, I can't wait to be sharing all that with you guys. And yeah, we're gonna be telling the story of healers. The story of healers. Ooh, that just came to me. That's what this season is gonna be, the story of healers. Yeah. All right, you all. I love you. Have a wonderful evening. You know I can chatter and talk forever, but I'm not gonna do that to you. Y'all have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. And congratulations to the winners. Bye, Instagram. And I say hasta la vista, Facebook. Bye, y'all.